All right, welcome back. This is video number 3 of the 3 videos I'm creating of week 7. Now, do you see what I'm doing along this process? I'm getting sharper, I'm getting more comfortable. I can even wave at you guys while I'm still speaking, right? And it's because I'm practicing. And one of the things that makes me practice is because I'm looking at the end result. And the end result is going to require that I follow through on what I begin. When I start something, I need to see it all the way through. I don't need to say, okay, I'm going to do this 12-week video series and get to week number 7 and say, I don't feel like doing videos this week. I'm going to wait till next week and just, continuing on from there. I could do that, but I would know within myself that the reason that I didn't follow through was because of my selfish, insecure, self-absorbed ways, right? No, we're not talking about me. I'm just talking about somebody like me. But my objective is to finish what I start, which is to get this information out to you guys. Because it's kind of like, if you think about it like this, if you were a mailman or a letter carrier or somebody like that, your objective is to get the mail to those people who need that mail, because you never know what that mail is. And you hired on to do a job. And when you hire on to do that job, you are expected to follow through that process and do that job, right? I don't really want to talk to you about a job. I want you to think in terms of having your own business. Think in terms of beginning something new that can be more exciting and more rewarding for you than just your 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, whatever the hours are. And one of the ways you can do that is to look within yourself and ask a series of questions. And the first question that I like to require is that you ask yourself, what do you like? What do I like? In other words, what is it that when you're finished doing it, or as you're doing it, or as you're thinking about doing it, you get excited about? You get where you kind of like anticipation, right? You want to start. It's like a track runner getting in the starting blocks. You are ready. What is that for you? Because there is something that you like that. There is something that I could say, let's go bowling, let's go kayaking, let's go skiing, whatever. Let's go play basketball. One of those, maybe not those, but something will make you say, okay, I'm interested. Let's do that. And you get more and more excited. And see, one of the ways that you're able to transform that excitement into money is that people will see you are genuinely interested and enthusiastic about what you're doing. And when people see that, people respond to that. It's like when people see you doing bad, when they see you suffering, a lot of times they have a soft spot in their heart for you, right? And they don't even have to know you. They just, ooh, wow, thank you that I'm not in that situation, whatever that situation is, right? Because we all know that except for the grace of God, there go I, right? Except for, some sources or forces beyond my control, I could be in that same situation. So while we have our strength, sanity, and abilities, we want to do something that we can leave a mark, leave a legacy in this lifetime, right? Let the world know that we were here. And not in a bad way, in a way that we can leave a legacy for our children and our children's children to, kind of have a start in life. Because oftentimes what we do is we just live life. We just go through it, and when we die, we're dead. Was Larry James here? Who was Larry James, right? No. But when this Larry James leaves this earth, there's going to be a trail. Please know that. There's going to be a trail of money, and there's going to be a trail of evidence, because I'm making that part of who I am. And by doing that, I can't be denied, because what I'm doing is not requiring anything from anybody that I can't afford to pay for that service to get me to another level, or I can't afford to learn what it takes on my own to get me to another level. That's the way I am. And I know that I'm not the only person like that. That's called being driven. When you are driven, You attract driven people. When you're lackadaisical, you attract that. Like minds, there's a reason they call them like, right? So you're not the only one who thinks like you think. If you think like I think, entrepreneurial. If you think I need my own business, I don't care if I have to have a job and my business, I'm going to work on my business starting today. I'm going to do this every day until I get better at it, and I'll start to do that. And see, that's the way business works. When you start one business, and I don't mean have several different businesses in the we'll call that the brick and mortar type businesses. I'm not saying you need to have those type. I'm talking about what's called intellectual property, where you create things from your mind. Like when I create a video, a lot of this information is not scripted. It's me. It's genuinely how I feel and what I feel about certain things, and I'm sharing that. And when I do that, I'll reach people who feel that same way, or I'll reach people who can understand the way I feel that way, or understand what I'm saying, right? And people will understand what you're saying as well. But you have to give people the opportunity to hear you, or see you, or experience you in some way, right? And we're only one person. We're just one person. So being that one person, the way we have to allow people to see us on a larger scale, thanks to the internet, that problem has been solved. You no longer have to go all around the world. You can actually go all around the world with making a video, or making an audio, or making a book, writing a book. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do that, and that can go all around the world. And it's never been easier to do. And you can do it. And there are people who can help you learn how to do that. But let me say this right quick before I leave. When you are starting a business, or when you are redirecting your life into another path, understand this. You're going to have to make some investments in you. It's just the way it goes. You're going to have to invest in you. That's going to be time, that's going to be money, that's going to be resources. You're going to have to invest in you. So don't go through this process thinking cheap and shortchanging and all that. No, you don't have to break the bank or anything like that. But you are going to have to spend $20 here, $30 there, maybe $100 there from time to time. Right? That's the way it goes, because you're growing the business. And as you start to generate a profit, don't go and buy, all new clothes and all new shoes and things like that. Reinvest back into the business. Get better equipment, get better positioning as far as going to the next level, because the next level requires a different set of tools and techniques. Oh yes, it does, because the people down here don't understand, and can't comprehend the people up here, because there's so much more that you have to know before you get there. That's why people who win the lottery can't maintain that money, because they didn't earn that money. They didn't work for that money. They didn't get there by understanding this is going. If you go that way, you're going to hit a wall. If you go that way, you're going to hit a wall. They know nothing about that. Only thing they know is they got a lot of money. And when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of problems. Oh yeah, you have a lot of problems. Please know that. So just be mindful as you want all that money, and as you work toward getting that money, you'll have more problems. I'm not saying that they're not worth it at all, but they're larger. That's what I'll say. Listen, keep watching these videos. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like, and I'll keep bringing you guys great content. And look forward to that stocks segment that I'm getting ready to create too, starting around the 10th. By the time I finish these videos, then I'll transition right into those. But it's going to be very interesting, because I know some of you guys are interested in learning stocks, 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, and whatnot. So keep your eyes focused and stay tuned. SpeakWithLarry.com.